So this is my second video of my update on my weight loss surgery for my duodenal switch. I think that's how you say it. So it's been a bit since I updated. My first video was the day before I had my initial consultation with my surgeon. Shortly after that, my mom had passed away. So it kind of threw a curveball at me. So I have not done any updates since then, but here I am. I'm going to keep doing this. So hopefully I'll be a little bit more consistent now. So I'm going to just give you guys a brief overview of what goals I have accomplished since that first video that you've seen, and where my next steps are leading me to. Okay, so the next day after that first video, I had my initial consult with Dr. Arano. He is from Middlesex, Connecticut. He is top notch, and I think he's amazing. So I'm really looking forward to working with him. So that first appointment, he had gone over, we kind of went over my weight, why I have gained so much weight, when did it start, what programs have I done, what have I tried, how much weight have I lost, how long have I kept it off, just all of that. For me, most of my weight, gaining started right after I had children. As soon as I had kids, that was the end of it for me. That was when it just stopped. That was just the end of it. I had tried losing weight multiple times. I could never ever get under 180 pounds, no matter what I had tried or how hard I had worked. And so, over time you just kind of like give up, and that's kind of what happened to me. I did get up to 300 pounds. And that was very eye-opening for me. That was a bit ago, like a year or so ago. Since then, I've tried to lose weight myself. It's been very slow going. So I'm very thankful for getting into this program and for how well it's gone so far. Okay, so after that initial consult with Dr. Arano, I met with the dietitians. So it's a big, bariatric group. So they have everything set up for you. It's nice and easy. You do have to do a little bit of, the work. They don't want you to they're not going to just do it for you. But it's been going really well. So I had my first dietitian appointment. That went really well. She gave me so much useful information. I will be honestly forever grateful to her. She's been such an asset to me with what I've learned. So she went over she put me on a plan of like a food plan for me to see if I could, follow it, lose weight and whatnot. So the suggested weight for me to hit before surgery was 260 pounds. When I had started with them, I was at like 276-ish. My weight kind of like goes up and down. But I was in that range. So I actually met with her a couple days after my mom had died, which was really weird. But she was awesome. So I started doing the diet that she gave me. It's kind of like a keto diet-ish. So it's low fat, low carb. 1,500 calories a day for my, my person. I'm sure that they flex that for, different heights, different weights, and, different genders and whatnot. So for me, I'm 5'4", and I was 270 something pounds when I went in there. So I started doing the 1,500 calorie diet. I, followed the instructions, and I saw weight loss. It's not a ton. It's not like falling off of me, but it's been one of the better things that I have done. So I was pretty excited about that. For me, Weight Watchers was about one of the only programs that has worked for me previously. I've tried a bunch of different ones, and sometimes I'd see like a lot of weight loss at first, and then it would just stop, and it wouldn't go anywhere else. Or like Weight Watchers was always, consistent, and I could get, I'd lose like 30 pounds, and then that would just I'd hit a wall and the wall would not move, and it was always kind of hard for me, and I would end up quitting because I would just get frustrated, and that was the end of that. So far with this, I've it's been slow but mostly consistent. So today I actually hit 259, so I'm below my required surgery weight, which is really cool. So let's see. I also had to get a bunch of blood work done. They take a lot. They just put that baby in and they take a vial after vial. And my blood work came back great. Everything was right where it was supposed to be. I personally take a multivitamin every day. I've been doing that for a very long time. And my blood work was perfect. So that was kind of exciting to see. I don't really have any vitamin deficiencies or anything. So that was pretty cool. I had to get an H. pylori test done, which is you drink this really, like, I don't even know how to explain it, like an orangey, lemony, like citrusy, sweet, thickish kind of fluid. So you blow in a bag, you drink that, and you blow in a bag again like 20 minutes later. And they test that to see if you have a bacterial infection in your stomach. If you do have H. pylori, it is treatable. They want to do that test in the beginning before we get, further and closer to surgery, because they need to put you on antibiotics and medication in order to get rid of that. And it takes a few weeks to get that gone and then retest to make sure that you get that negative test before your surgery date. So it's always really good to make sure that you get your blood work and your testing, anything that your doctors require of you, get that done as soon as you can, because it works out for you later on when you're doing your surgery stuff. So I got all that done. So then I'm in June now. So I had my second dietary appointment. And I came in, I had lost weight. She could see, like, I am motivated. Like, I am just like, let's do this, girlfriend. Like, I'm so excited. So I've been working really hard. My husband, he's been doing the same thing with me. He's been fantastic. We've been home cooking meals, which was one of the things I realized why I was getting so heavy, was we were eating out all the time. We were ordering food in, like, constantly. I wasn't cooking at home at all. He was cooking when he could, but it wasn't very often. So we had a lot of food that we shouldn't have been eating. And you start realizing it as you're going through the process, like, oh, okay, well, that's where I messed up. Well, good to know. But yeah, so she was really happy with my progress. She was like, she kind of laughed because I'm a very bland eater. So she's like, oh, you're not going to have any problems with the post-surgery diet, because everything's really plain. I don't get really exciting with my food. So that was really good. I also have been going to support group sessions for bariatric patients since April. I want to say April. It might have started in May, but it's like every Monday, or one Wednesday a month. So I've been trying to go to as many as I possibly can. I found those to be extremely useful. They're only about an hour long at night. We meet on Zoom. I don't know about other doctors' offices, but that's what they do for us. And it's been really great. Like, I don't know, we don't do weigh-ins or anything like that. It's not like that. They go over information about the surgery, like what can happen. A lot of the people that are in there are actually post-op and they still go, which I love. I think that's super awesome. And so they go over like what they're going through now. So it kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. Not just for, like, some people like harp on the weight loss. I more harp on, like, okay, what are the side effects? What's going to happen to me later? Like, how am I going to feel? Those kind of things. So I kind of pay more attention to that. But they do, you can literally every week see how they look, and it's awesome. So I highly suggest, if your doctor has those, to go to those. I know my insurance requires 12 touch points. So insurance for everyone is completely different. My insurance covers the surgery completely, 100%. There is no out-of-pocket. I have not even paid for a copay to go to the doctor's office for any of this. Like, it is 100% covered. I know some people have to pay out-of-pocket, or they have to pay, like, up until they reach, that breaking point for their insurance. So everyone's going to be different. But I'll let you guys know my case. because that's what I know. So for me, it's 100% covered, like I said. And because I picked one of the top doctors in the area and my insurance has hand-picked him out as one of their top doctors, they're actually going to be giving me money, figure that one out, for choosing him and going to him, because he's one of their A-plus doctors. He has a really good outcome with all his patients. So I'm actually very, very blessed in that department. So very exciting. Insurance does not cover any of the vitamins. They did give me some samples of the vitamins that I would be needing to take after my surgery. So these are two. They're sample packages. I have not tried them. Obviously, they're not open. But I'm A-okay with taking vitamins. I take them already, so for me, it's not a big deal. With those particular ones, my nutritionist said that I'd only be taking them one a day, as well as a calcium supplement, and there was one other one. But obviously, if you end up having nutritional deficiencies and whatnot, you add on to that. So far, I'm really good, so we'll have to see what happens with the surgery, but I have like no issues as of right now. They were like, wow, you were really healthy. I'm like, well, thank you. So that was that. So my last dietary appointment, oh wait, I want to go over today. So today I actually had my psych eval appointment. So that went really well. It was very basic. She went over, just, they go over like your history, eating stuff, what you think like your issues would be, why did you gain weight, kind of the same thing that I kind of went over with Dr. Arano, but a little bit more in depth. It went really, I was scared at first, but it went really, really well. I had no issue. She was like, you are a perfect candidate. Like, I really hope that, this helps you achieve, your goals. And I was like, thanks. So she could see that I was very highly motivated. My dad's death really has been a huge motivator for me. So like I've been thinking about the surgery for about 7 years, and once my dad passed, I was like, I saw the road that he traveled, and it was like, I ain't doing that. So, because he had type 2 diabetes, and he had part of his foot cut off, and I was always there taking him to the doctor, he started losing his eyesight, and all because of diabetes. I mean, it literally shredded the veins in his legs to where he couldn't even stand anymore. He would literally like seize and pass out, and like, it was crazy. So for me, I was like, you know what? That's good. That's all I needed. I'm so much like that man. Like, I was like, I ain't doing it. That's not what I want for me. And, I have a hard time losing weight, so this decision was made, and I'm 100% for it. So, so that was my decision making. The therapist could see, where I was coming from and everything. So I got the clearance today. So yay for me. So my last dietary appointment is July 13th. So I'll do another video after that, because I know that we're going over some different things. I know my next appointment, I have to do all the reading for this, but they give you this pamphlet on your surgery, and like, it's got all this, all the information in it. So it kind of goes over the diet that you will have to be on after you get out of surgery. So, like stage 1's just water. They have you just drink out of little medicine cups. And then stage 2's clear liquids, like sugar-free stuff. So it's literally sipping like water. Like, you just sip, and you walk to make sure that you can get all that gas that they blow your stomach up with to do the surgery with, to get it out. Stage 3 is sugar-free, low lactose, low fat, full liquids. So that is about 2 weeks of just fluids. So that gives your stomach time to heal, and you're not throwing food in there. So stage 3 is liquids. So at that point, or other stage 3, so that's liquids. So then stage 4 is pureed soft foods and proteins. So that's going to be like this is fish, salmon, tuna, chicken, seafood, which I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but okay, I'll try. I'll see what you can do. Low fat cheese, cottage cheese, ricotta cheese, eggs. I love eggs. baked turkey, chicken, baby food, that kind of stuff. So then stage 5 is like usually about 4 to 6 weeks. Once you're that far out of surgery, you can start going on to regular foods. You have to measure and everything. You have to chew it like applesauce consistency. You want to chew, 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 chew. So I've been practicing that for the past few months because dietitians want you to be prepared for when you have the surgery. So you can't drink for 30 minutes before you eat and then 30 minutes after. So that's that. I've been struggling with that one. I have been trying, but like to not drink while you're eating is like, what do you mean? Like that's what I've done my whole life. But that is a no-no. They want to make sure that you get all your proteins in when you do eat because it's super, super important that you can squeeze in, that nutrition. So protein first. So it just kind of goes over. It's like your Bible of all your information. So, I know the next time we're going to be going over the 2-week pre-diet, or pre-op diet. So it's a ketonic diet. So that's, again, low fat, low carb. There is, it's a little bit more strict than what I've been on, which that's, I got to do what I got to do. So that's 2 weeks before. It's not too different than what I'm doing now, but it is a little bit more restricted food-wise. And then 24 hours pre-surgery, it's a liquid diet, and then you have your surgery. So we're going over all that. So that's been fun, getting my knowledge on. So it's been a trip. Like I said, it's been a few months since I last recorded, but I feel really good. I feel like I look like I've, lost some weight in my face and my neck. I've noticed my energy levels better. It's probably because I'm eating better food too. But I feel good. So as of right now, if everything keeps going as well as it is, my surgery should be like mid to late August. It could possibly push into September, but from what I've, approximated everything, it should be end of August the latest. So I'm really excited. The surgery that I'm getting is the most aggressive. It's not. It is. It's the most aggressive weight loss surgery that's out there to date. So what it is my stomach will be sleeved. So they take out about 70 to 80% of your stomach. So your stomach's kind of shaped like they got the little bucket thing at the end. They kind of take that off and make it a sleeve. So it looks like a banana. And then they also redo your intestines in 2 places. So kind of like a gastric bypass mixed with a sleeve. So, but the gastric bypass only leaves you with a little tiny, tiny pouch. I won't have that. I'll have a bigger amount of my stomach, and they attach your intestines a little differently. So it's like I have to eat a little bit more fat than a normal bariatric patient to be able to make sure that like everything's functioning right. It's malabsorption. It's got malabsorption, so I'll definitely be in vitamins the rest of my life. But like I said, this has been something I've done since I was in my 20s. So for me, vitamins it's not like scary. I know what it's like to take medicine every day, so I'm not super like, about that. But yeah, so with this surgery, they usually, it's usually for people that have a higher BMI. So you're over 50 with no comorbidities, or you're over 40 with comorbidities. So with me, I have very high blood pressure. I just say because I'm always like panicked. So I have that. So that is one of the reasons why it kind of pushed me in that other category. And then the reason I am choosing to do this one was my surgeon recommended it for me with my struggles in the past. And the other reason is it completely eliminates diabetes. So, considering my genetics and things that I have seen and gone through, that to me is a huge indicator of why I want to pick this one. I don't want to go down that road, and if it can completely eliminate that for me, I'm on board. That's what I want. The surgery is also a one and done. So sometimes you'll see people that get weight loss surgery and they, like they'll get gastric bypass or they get the sleeve done and they end up doing regain. This surgery has a very low chance of regain because of how it's done. Like I said, it's the end result of what a sleeve and what gastric bypass are supposed to be. So it's like the one and done surgery. So I'm doing it and just getting it over with, and seeing where we go. I'm very excited. I am a little nervous because it is something, like I said, I've waited 7 years. I've waited 7 years for a reason. I know how permanent it is. I understand it. I get it. But I do think that at this point in time, it is necessary for me, and I'm going to rock it. I told them today, I'm like, I am just beaming with positivity. I'm ready to rock this. I'm ready to show people, like, I want to be, like, the billboard sponsor for this. Like, I want to do so well at this. So we'll have to see. But I hope I answered any questions that anyone might have. If you have any, drop them below. I am more than willing to answer anything to the best of my ability. I'm hoping that me doing these videos and like talking about what I'm going through can help someone. I know realistically I cannot be the only person alone in the world that has suffered what I have suffered with, like, you know, the weight being an issue and doing this to lose it. So I hope that I can help somebody is the main point of all of this. So other than that, I hope everyone has a really good day. After my next dietary appointment, I will post another video, and I will keep you guys really up to date through the end part of my journey. And let's just be positive here. All right, guys. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye.